Hi guys, it's Ray. I am starting a new cup today. This is going to be a cup for my sister. It is a cup she purchased because she forgot to bring a cup with her for our scrapbooking retreat. So I told her I would remake this cup and she can keep it with her scrapbook stuff that only comes out to go there that she doesn't use at home. So it is a Bubba. I don't remember what size these are. I've worked with them before, but I don't typically purchase them to work with because I don't love all the hips. It still has its adhesive on it. And with these, you do have to remove the bottom piece and then glue it back in when you're done. So hopefully I can do that without messing it up. They usually come out fairly easily. There we go. So that's just the bottom bumper, and I will set that with the lid and put them aside for the duration. I'm not going to worry about cleaning up the adhesive. I am going to go sand it down quick and spray paint it white, and then we are going to come in and use TREX inks on it. If you've learned about my sister from seeing me make her enough cups by now, she is a pink, teal, and purple. So I'm going to use the dragon fruit pink, tidal teal, and amethyst purple on this one. I am going to put some shimmer in the base epoxy, and then I am going to use my pearl mica powder for the drizzle. So that is what we're doing. Okay, my cup is prepped and ready. I have 25 mLs of CC DIY's Fast Set mixed up. Into that, I'm going to put a little bit of touch of violet, we'll say. So that's going in there for now. The candy. Keep in mind there is no bottom on this cup currently. So I'm just going to try and stay outside this rim. If some epoxy gets in there, I will clean it out just like a top rim. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to get my inks on. I'm going to start with the turquoise, or the teal, because I want the teal to be more at the top and the bottom when all is said and done. Just because of, I think it'll match the lid and the base nicely, hopefully. I'm going to grab my pink. I'm not going to add a ton of purple because the pink and the teal are going to make purple on its own. You can already see them blending. So I don't need as much actual purple. I probably want a little more teal in here though. I am going for full coverage. I don't necessarily want any white when I'm done. If there's a little bit, it's not a big deal. But I don't want it saturated with white. Okay, so that's enough ink for now. I'm going to take my cup, I'm going to add my Pearl-Ex. No real fine measurements with the Pearl-Ex. Just going to sprinkle some in. And I am going to go ahead and put in a little bit of my, just because it's out, the Pearl Pinata ink. just a couple drops. Get that all mixed. I'm going to hit this with the torch real quick to get it started moving before I hit it with the drizzle, and I may actually bring in some more of that teal and or pink. I haven't decided. Just a couple drops of teal and then a couple drops of pink. It still looks pretty bare. Okay. So now I'm going to do my drizzle. No rhyme or reason, horizontal and vertical for this one. And I'm going to use everything in the cup. Okay, so I'm going to use my torch for heat. Let me take this glove off because it's gotten quite sticky. I'm going to use only my torch to heat this one. And I'm going to pick it up and tilt it. I may switch rotation. So I'm just kind of making sure all that alcohol has burned off, so I don't catch the cup on fire. Because as we know, that does happen sometimes. So I'm going to start by tilting it down and just giving it an all-over heat. Flatten it back out for just a second. And I'm going to go ahead, and it's turning away from me now. I'm going to turn it so it's turning towards me. And I'm going to tilt it down. Yeah, she asked me if I would do something with the cup because she wasn't digging the naked stainless steel. And I said that's fine, but it's going to be an alcohol ink swirl. Because of all the cups of mine she has, I don't believe she has one of these. And I think I am going to leave it alone. I actually really like the way it looks right now. Except I want to put maybe one drop of teal right here in this big section of pink. So I'm going to wait for that to come back around. Fine, 2 drops, whatever. So I'm going to watch that for a minute. I got a little bit of that white with some teal on it already, so I'm just going to kind of drag that through the middle. But do you see why I didn't add a ton of purple? Because the purple does kind of take over quite a bit. Just going to break that up a little bit. The bottom actually looks pretty good and pretty clean, so I am really pleased with it. I know she will love it. So I'm just gonna let it spin and dry. Just gonna tilt it down a second to let that last little bit I just did move. And I've got quite a bit of movement happening right here. And tilt it back up. Can you see how beautiful this is? So I'm going to let it dry. We'll come back and look at it when it's dry. I'm going to switch the rotation one more time and send it away from me to finish. There we go. We'll come back and look at it when it's dry. I'm not going to do the decals on camera because she'll see this, but I'm going to let the decal part be a surprise. So I'm going to call this done after we take a closer look. Okay, so I am pretty confident this is not going to change anymore, so we are going to come have a look at it in detail. There's a little bit of cell action happening in here. You'll see in a second. Lacing right there. It's so visually interesting. I absolutely love this cup. And a little bit of it down at the bottom as well. So this will get decaled and get another coat and then get its bottom glued back on, and that'll be it. So that is it. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.